Okay, so here's a fun little one. So pressure cracks pipes and insurance protects. Like what does that even mean? So I had this football coach. We had a really good defense. I mean, we had a number of shutouts. I mean, we had games. I remember games where we gave up negative rushing yards. It was pretty impressive. But I just remember like our coach over those years and that on that team, that time frame. He had the saying that he loved blitzing, and he liked running zone coverage behind it. And so his philosophy was pressure cracks pipes, and he wanted to just pound the offense because he wanted to crack them, right? So he wanted to just totally. He was a very much a physical football like mind. So it made my job as a defensive back a lot easier because quarterbacks would be throwing under pressure and they'd throw inaccurately, and that resulted in interceptions for us. I think he had a really good strategy, and it was a lot of fun playing that defense during that time. But again, pressure cracks pipes. That's the overall philosophy, and so basically, like the way I want to kind of put this in relation to your business is in the gym setting. You may have seen my other videos about this, but at different levels, we're going to have different pressure on our marketing. And the reason for that is because we're going to have different expenses at different levels of our business. And I think a lot of times, a lot of these guys are coming out there saying, you need to, you want to build $1 million business, or you want to build, you got to get, we have this ego thing driving us to wanting to get $50,000 a month in revenue. When in reality, when we look at it purely from membership sales and intro offer sales, if we combine those two things without really including some of the ancillary things like supplements or apparel or these other or personal training or these other upsells, right? If we exclude all that stuff, getting to that level based on just pure membership base is it creates a lot of pressure, right? A lot of pressure on your marketing and advertising. And the reason we have to look at it that way is because we're dealing with, as a brick and mortar business, here's your business, right? So there's your business, and you have a radius to work with, right? That radius might be it might be really tight if you're in a city, but if you're out in the country, it's gonna be a little bit bigger. But regardless, there's a radius, and there is X amount of people in that radius, and so and we can acquire X percentage of those people, right? And so as we increase the amount of customers that we have, right, when we cross a certain threshold, what's happening is as we go up in the amount of customers we have to require, so these numbers here, so it's just representing the amount of customers we have to acquire, right? So if we're at 85, we only have to acquire about 5 new customers a month. That can come not even from advertising. You don't even have to run advertising to get that. Most websites, things like that, will get 4 to 5 customers a month, which is why a lot of gyms will hang out here at 85, without really putting a whole lot of extra work into this thing. You can maintain 85 customers. Gym owner is paying the expenses, and he's making about $4,000 a month take home, without really putting in a whole lot of extra crazy amount of work. Like this will take some website optimization, stuff like that. But you get up to 170, and now all of a sudden you need 9, right? Now you need 9. Now there's some pressure on marketing, right? Because you're not going to get 9 from your website or from foot traffic unless you're in some kind of like certain specific spot or you have some unique brand. So you're not going to get 9. You're going to get like 4 to 5. So you have to find, at this point, it's paid advertising. That's the only way you're going to maintain that business, right? For most cases. Then when you get out here, now you got 235 members. This is a place where I consider this to be the gym sweet spot, because at this place, you can choose to not have to coach at all and make over $10,000 a month and not do anything except for run team meetings. Like that's really going to be the gym's sweet spot, because you can have this thing fully staffed. And let's say you wanted to actually do sales and some coaching. Well, that's one less staff person you need to hire. Now you're making like another $5-6 grand. Now you're making like $15,000-$16,000 a month from a business that you're working. You know, in that case, you're going to be working probably 30-40 hours a week, making 16 grand. That's a pretty good job at 235 members. But you have to look at it like some of it's income and some of it's profit, because this is a job that you're doing, right? And this is the profit that you're earning. So very, very clear, we have to always distinguish between the work you're doing is a job, and the profit of the business is what the business is making after that job is being paid for. So even if you're doing the work for the business, you absolutely got to be paying yourself a set amount of money based on that work. Same amount of money that you would hire somebody else to do that job for. You're not special, right? None of us are special. Like if I'm coaching, I'm not going to pay myself an exorbitant amount of money. Like I don't coach, but if I did, I'd pay myself exactly what I pay the other coaches, so that I want to not do that. That said, understand the difference between coaching income and profit, or income for whatever you're doing, right? If I'm spending time in my business as the advertiser, well, I gotta say, okay, well, I gotta pay myself as the advertiser. I gotta pay myself what I pay the advertiser, right, to do that work, and then I have to make a decision. Do I want to keep doing this work, or do I just want to pay somebody else to do it and have the time to go do things with my kids and my family? So, that said, just understanding where profit is and where profit is not. Just because you're doing it doesn't mean it's profit. Just because you're doing it doesn't make it like right or wrong, right? It's just knowing what's what. Anyway, that said, you're at 235 members. Really, I think the sweet spot. 250 is still going to be in that sweet spot too, but 220 is also going to still be in that sweet spot. So when you're in that range, pretty low pressure of marketing. The volatility isn't going to be incredibly high. When you have staff, you're still able to deal with a 5% or less attrition rate, which means that the amount of people that are leaving, which means that you're only going to deal with about 17 people to recoup every month, knowing that you'll get about 4 to 5 from your website. That means you got to get about 12 to 13 through paid ads. That's like kind of low pressure, right? Moderate to low pressure, right? It does not take an exorbitant amount of skill in order to get 12 to 13 new customers every month consistently. Short term, that's going to be very, very easy. Long term, over the course of multiple years, consistently doing that is going to be still decent. You don't need to have an incredibly highly skilled marketer to do that. You want to have a decent one, but when you get out here, to this place, like here, there's not a ton of pressure, right? But here, 27, you're only going to get like 4 to 5. So let's say 22 to 23 have to come in through paid advertising month in, month out, right? And if we run into a month where we have a 0 month, that's gonna really crush profit, okay? And if we lose that many, that many people in a given month, profit comes down, and you have it happen 2 months in a row. Now guess what? We're in the red, like really, really fast. So this is a really way more of a volatile place to be. In here, you could actually have this happen 2 to 3 months in a row without being really in the red. Because you know that you're still getting some from just general organic web traffic and things like that. So the systems, the processes, everything has to be way more dialed in. Not to mention that you have to take on more space, which obviously that's part of what increases the expenses, the just overall expenses to serve this level versus this level. I can tell you right now, we've been at all of these levels, and with 100% certainty, I can tell you that the best place between, the best place to be with the lowest pressure on marketing is here, right? There's also lower stress for me. as the business owner, right? Lower stress in this world, right? Because I can feel the insurance that's being provided from the ads that we're running, right? So our paid advertising is like our insurance policy to just make sure that we keep this 235. Is it always going to be the same 235? No, it won't be, right? But it's still somewhere in that range, right? Plus or minus a little bit. We create that very predictably, and guess what? I have insurance, which is like I pay for my auto insurance, I pay for my health insurance, I pay for every insurance. Why wouldn't I pay for the one single insurance that's there to make sure my business has customers, which is advertising? So you can go down and spend tons of time learning how to do it, which is great. We'll teach you how to do it. Or you can hire us as insurance to ensure that your business stays where it needs to be, in the sweet spot where you're able to have the flexibility, the freedom, the life that you want to have, to be able to come into your gym, see the people you love, have a team meeting once a week, and really that's it. That's the level of involvement at your gym. Should be like having a team meeting once a week, and then going there just to work out because you love doing it, right? That's what you got into this for. And if you really love coaching people, then that's great. It's like yesterday, I really don't coach. Yesterday I was helping a guy with some, muscle ups, just kind of, and I'm not even a good coach. I've never coached classes, but I just kind of just try to translate some stuff that I do that helps me do it well, and it was really cool seeing him string some together. So I understand like the power of like when you see somebody, when you teach somebody something and then they can do it, it's really awesome. And if you love being in there that much and you want to teach people, then live that life, right? But do it in a place where you have like this, a normal amount of pressure on yourself. And if you really want to grow to scale, open another one. Help your staff open another one, right? Like no one talks about that, but like your staff that's in here, if they feel like you're just there's no upward trajectory for them, they're gonna go open their own gym anyways if they really want to. If they start to feel like they need that, so just help them do that. Let it be known in your gym that hey, I'm the guy. If you need help, like our systems are so good here. If you need help, if you want to open another one, I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna help you do that. Right? And when you're that owner, then your gym, your team's not going to leave you. They're going to know that you care about them, and if they want to really go open it, they're going to bring it up to you, and they're going to say, hey, yeah, how do we do this? Yeah, you run a good show here, right? And then now you get to take part in something on a bigger scale. That's how you grow to scale. Like, going out here, it ends up being too wild, too crazy, and it's not worth it. And then opening a second location, we've tried that too. Opening a second location just for the sake of doing that, also a big mistake, create way more stress. But if you have staff who are like, hey, I really want to grow and I want to do something, I want to do this on my own, and they're gonna go sign the lease and they're gonna go take the brunt of everything, and you're just gonna kind of be the partner with them, that is a way different dynamic because they've already been in your system. They know how to operate it the right way, right? Now you become more like a regional manager, but don't open it until you have that kind of a system going on. Anyway, we kind of went off on a tangent here, but I kind of wanted to say some of what I just said because I don't want you to feel like I'm sitting here saying you have to be stuck in here and that's the life and that's it and like only make whatever. If you aspire to more, there's a better way to get more than trying to like just do it all, make this big massive one location, right? There's just a better way to do it, and you don't have to make this big massive one location to do it. It's like because we're dealing with a certain amount of people in a certain radius, so just go find another radius, right? Try to make it so these radiuses don't overlap too much. Help your coach open another one. Now you get a little piece off the pie with your coach. Now your coach is making more money because they're doing a good amount of the work, and you're making some of the profit off that location plus the profit off your location. It's like that's how you grow. Let it be natural. Let it kind of come together the right way. I'm telling you this through experience. I've made these mistakes myself. That's why you want to talk to somebody like me, because I can show you where all the pitfalls are. I know what it's like to be here. I know what it's like to do this prematurely, right? So I've done all these things, made these mistakes. So you don't have to. This is where you want to be. And if that works well, and your coach wants to grow again, then just keep letting it be known that, hey guys, this is what we're doing. And if no one's taking there, come talk to us. We'll help you. We'll help you help other gyms. And it's a different dynamic. It's really cool. It's like if you coached an athlete and you showed them how to do something, and they got it and it worked. It's a great feeling. Same here. I coach somebody on how to go from here to here to here. That's a pretty awesome feeling. So lots of different ways to grow. We want to help you with whatever way is your way, whatever way is going to be better for you. So anyway, that's the deal with Pressure Cracks Pipes. Pressure cracks these pipes. These are the businesses that end up being more volatile, take on more than they can chew, and it ends up being ending in a lot of pain. There's your sweet spot. All right. Thanks for watching. I really hope you got a lot out of this, and we'll see you on the next video.